Hey, this is Chris again from Team Universe X, R4S. I just wanted to have a video about some of these cards. I'll probably break it up into part 1 and 2 because it's a lot to go over in this box. And so hopefully by doing that, we can trim some of the time down in this video. I got a couple things to address too, but yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do is intro, address a couple things, and then 2 colors, and I'll move on to the next video, which is straight 3 colors. First and foremost, I am still giving the giveaway. While I did not go up to any of the goals, what I'm gonna do is still send out the foil TP trunks and the non-foil mask Santa. I just gonna be sending out the event promo time patrol trunks. So I will be choosing that in the next couple days. I've been having like long weeks of work, like 7-8 day stretches with a day in between, so I'm just kind of a little burnt out. That being said, I do want to try to dive back in and put some more content. I'm going to start getting some more not controversial, but there's a lot of things that are happening in the community that are just kind of trash. I'm not just talking online, I'm talking about some of the stuff that goes on at tournaments too. But that being said, I did get the ultimate box, and I tilted that like you guys could see it. But the point is, I'm gonna get right into that. So, we're gonna start with red. And first off, the card art on the leaders is amazing. I'm gonna say that right now. But the first one we have is a Kefla leader. We've been getting a lot of Kefla cards lately, so this choice really doesn't surprise me. But we have the front side and the back side, and the art is gorgeous. Now, I want to be the first person to say that I was definitely wrong. I thought they were going to do a TOP2 set, but instead they're just giving us a lot of tournament power cards that we were thinking were missing out of the set in this set. So talking about Kefla, when this card attacks a leader card, you can choose 1 Universe 6 in your hand, discard it to the grave, and if so, you draw 2 cards. It has the generic awakening of untapping 2 when you're 4 life or less. This card was very much so trying to copy the mold that Harudegarn made, but it may be in a better way. If Harudegarn, God forbid, it gets banned or something, or eroded, this cards with effects like this are going to be so much better to use. Harudegarn allows you to get rid of any dead card and draw 2, and you're seeing 1 more card than any other leader that just draws 1 when it swings on you. But this card is a little sadder in the fact that when you swing with it, you have to drop a Universe 6 card, meaning it's going to be a Universe 6 card that's in there for a specific reason, or a Universe 6 card that you put in there just to be fodder. Either way, you're getting rid of a good card, or you're getting rid of a card that didn't really have a place in that deck to begin with, and that's a little sad. Flipping over to Explosive Power Kefla. Auto, when this card attacks, draw 1 card. Activate main. Once per turn, choose 1 Universe 6 in your hand and place into your drop area. Choose this card or one of your Universe 6 battle cards, and it gains 5,000 power and double strike for the duration of the turn. Because this is not activate battle and it's activate main, this gives your opponent a lot of room to think about what they have to block, what they have to negate, and it doesn't really have the surprise factor. So it's rather a slow effect, and your opponent can see the windup coming a mile away. This makes it kind of meh for certain reasons. Now, of course, if they don't have any blockers, you have that 3-drop Kaba that can't be countered, and he will let this, you know, get nasty. He'll go up 5k, go up another 5k from this effect, get double strike, and your opponent can't counter. So they have to have the blocker or the straight combo, and that makes it a hella good finisher. But I'm kind of sleeping on this leader right now, to be honest. Ghost combo Go Tanks. This card, pretty hot. I like it because it's another pseudo super combo, if you ask me. You pay 1, you get 10,000 combo, and it says that when you combo with this card, if your leader card is red and you have 4 or less cards in your hand, play 1 ghost token in rest mode. Now, mind you, it's a 4 cost for a 20k double striker if you don't want to use it as a super combo. So it can still put in work if you have no other uses for it. But at the same time, your opponent swings on you and you can tap 1, defend yourself with this card, put a ghost token in play. It's almost a combo come into play card. The only difference is you land that ghost attack Go Tanks and bang bang, all of a sudden they have double strike if you meet the conditions. So I actually really like this card a lot. And it's keyed for red leaders, not go tanks, so it can actually be pretty flexible. I see this, maybe seeing him play one day, like it does cool things. Now we've got Virtuous Strength Gohan. You know how I feel about Gohans, and I actually really like this card too. This card says, if your leader card is red, this card can attack battle cards in active mode. During your turn, when this card KOs an opponent's battle card, inflict 1 damage to your opponent. So this guy can snipe your opponent's free blockers. He can snipe your opponent's boos, Supreme Kai of Times or Chronoas. He can snipe a lot of things, and he's actually pretty freaking good at it. So, and when it happens, they lose a life. So, they don't have to defend their leader, they have to defend that 5k, and you can combo even harder. This card does a lot of things, and it's hard to block against too, because then you really have to worry about how much you're comboing on your weak-ass blocker. Umbral Blade Deborah. Double strike, auto. When you play this, if you have an evil wizard body in your battle area or leader area, for the duration of this turn, this card gains 10,000 power and dual attack. So he becomes a 30,000, 35,000 dual attack double striker. And that's cool, I guess, but you have to be running a terrible leader. You have to already have a 6-drop on the field, and I guess this guy can be dropped off by Bobby 6-drop. You have to have a 6-drop on the field played by 6 energy, or just no. I don't know how to explain this any harder. I think this card is kind of trash. At this very moment in the game, it's very hard to get up this high in energy and have the conditions for him to have these things. Rampant Evil Majin Buu. Card art, I like it a lot. And he says, deflect. When you play this card, if your leader card is Majin, draw 1 card. Choose up to 1 of your energy and switch it to active mode. Then this card gains, triple strike for the duration of the turn. So he's a 5-drop with only 1 red energy, so that's little to no investment. These cards are Super Saiyan 3 candy because there's little to no investment. And this guy allows you to, of course, I say that right after I just read that he needs a Majin leader. But these cards are splashable. You don't have to, you could just run the leader and run minimal of that leader's color and just have this able to do things. Or the fact that you can play the blue Majin Buu leader and barely have any red investment and still play this card. So it's nice to do things like that. But, he comes down, he becomes a triple strike. Again, this happens in your main phase. Your opponent knows what to block, knows when to counter. But, if your opponent doesn't have any of these, this guy can sneak some extra damage out of nowhere if you have the combo power behind it. I just don't really feel like this is fast enough or, inventive enough right now in this game to work. Then you have Capricious Destroyer Champa. Capricious, that's your word of the day. Card art looks hella good. Most of these actually look hella good in foil. Very, very good. But he says, when you play this card, if your leader card is a God or Universe 6, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with 9,000 power or less or KO them. Only thing that makes me sad is that he's not 10,000 power because he misses a lot of stuff like 2-drop Kaba, a bunch of powerful 10,000 attackers that cannot be sniped by this card. He gets away free blockers though, and he gets away the 1-drops. But I would have really liked it if he had a little more oomph when it came to just 10Ks, only 1,000 more. Why Bandai? This card, again, art's amazing. Art's even more amazing in the back. Dude looks good here. Dude looks even better here. Beautiful. Love it. But, moving into this, his front side, Vegeta, Warrior of Universe 7, so he gets to ignore specified costs for Universe 7s and treat them as colorless. Auto, when this card attacks a leader card, if you have a Universe 7 in your energy area, draw 1 card, and this card gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Generic Awakening of Untapped 2 when he's at 4 life or less. First and foremost, let's talk about this. He's not really blockable that much when he's on his front side. It's really neat. For anybody who's played this game since the beginning, you know that when a leader automatically starts off at 5k, it's a little more annoying to block him. The math changes, even if you use an Unbreakable, they can just use an Unbreakable. If they use an Unbreakable and you use an Unbreakable, you're still at a loss. You have to give up another card just to tie him. And that's not really great. Actually, it's not even tying. He's swinging at 25k that time, you're at 10k, so you have to give up 2 more cards. He's darn near unblockable on his Unawakened side. However, when I say unblockable, let's talk a combo. However, you guys all know that if you're not really taking critical early game, you're much more likely to take some of those hits. So for him going 5k higher, that's cool and all. He can pressure Awakened leaders if he's somehow stalled off of Awakening. But all in all, kind of hurts because, you know, at the end of the day, you're just giving your opponent a card in exchange for you drawing a card. So whatever. But his backside, he still has Warriors of Universe 7. His permanent, during your turn, if you have 3 or more Universe 7s in your energy area, this card gains 5,000 power. Then, when this card attacks, you draw 1 card. You may choose up to 1 of your energy and add it to your hand. And if you choose to add a card from your energy area to your hand, choose up to 1 card in your hand and add it to your energy. This is great. I don't think that enough people are understanding the ramifications of this beautiful card. You could play a 4-drop, swing, and shuffle, or swing and shuffle your energy, you know, just put a new one down after you bounce one in the hand. So cards that you played in your energy that you really want to keep now, you can recycle them. And that's only the small part. And you start getting saucy on your opponent and realizing that you can swing with a card. You could use 4 energy and all 4 of those energy had to be red. But your whole hand is straight defense. And it's all in blue. This card allows you to swing and as an auto switch one of your tapped reds with an untapped blue. And you already know that when it comes to blue, that's all you really need to go off. You just need some 1 blue energy defensively. That's a Sensu, that's multiple Whis, that's a Sensu into Unbreakable. So I think that effect is better than most people are even starting to get. But you can shift around colors, you can play on curve and leave yourself with an energy on defense. You could play 1 under curve and leave yourself 2 energy because of the effect. Good shit. Next, awe-inspiring Intimidator SS Blue Vegito. He's a 4-cost, 1 blue, so minimal investment. Again, permanent. If your leader card is blue and this card is in rest mode, this card gains barrier, and your opponent's card cannot attack your leader card. Auto. When you play this card, if you have 5 or more energy, draw a card. I think he's a more mild Bergamo. He gains barrier, but he's not as easy to protect from attacks as Bergamo. So you have your pluses and your minuses. I really hate how he needs a blue leader because he can't be used with either Vegito leader unless they're planning to make another Vegito leader later that's blue, in which case, please give him back the tricolor. Maybe that's too broken. Maybe that's why they left that in the past. Who knows? The point is, he can't be used with the Vegito leader, and that makes me very, very sad. And that being said, though, I'm sure somebody will find a home for him in some deck. Determined Time Leaper Trunks. Art is amazing, by the way. And they're slowly trying to push this weird future Trunks archetype on us. Like, we got championship cards, we got, like, it's like that scene in Mean Girls where there's like, stop trying to make fetch happen, Gresham. Just stop trying to make fetch happen. It will never be hot. I'm not sure if this will ever be hot, but Bandai is going to keep trying to make Trunks happen. So we'll see where it goes. This card says when this card attacks, look up to 7 cards, or up to the top 7 cards from your deck. Choose up to 1 Trunks feature from amongst them and add them to your hand. Shuffle your deck, and this card gains 5,000 for the duration of the turn. They're starting to build a very, 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 very streamlined Trunks kind of archetype. Turn 1, you have Time Machine. Turn 2, you have this card. Turn 3, you have, I don't know, a couple of Trunks cards at this point. The Trunks Heroes card that, you know, or Hero Set card that searches the Vegito can search the Vegito we just looked at. Wait, can he? I think so, because he's 808. Yeah, so we got this. Another beautiful art. Most of these cards look amazing in foil. Nightmare Scythe, Goku Black. Suck it. He looks so good. So good. And he also does something very, very special that's good and bad. Barrier, 3-drop, triple blue. High investment. But when you play this card, if your leader card is Zamasu or Goku Black, play 3 shadow tokens. Now, the cool thing is, he allows you to play shadow tokens with a blue deck, which is something that wasn't possible before because the only shadow token creator was double green. And he's triple green to make sure that he's just not splashed into, you know, decks that can just spam out tokens. And you know, I'll fucks with that. That's not bad at all. I think he'll have applications in the future, and I'll wait for it. Next, Undying Link Zamasu. This guy is very, 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 very special. Indestructible auto. When you play this card, if your leader card is Zamasu or Goku Black, if you have 5 or more energy, you may inflict 2 damage to your life. If you do so, choose up to 4 energy and switch them to active mode. This thing is actually a walking mini Joyful Strike. And he doesn't have double strike, that's true. But he does what you want him to do. He is played, he puts cards in your grave for overwhelm, and he untaps 4 energy, allowing himself to be refunded. There are so many games where a Joyful Strike player, if you ever played the deck, just knows that, damn, I could have gone the hell off if I had just seen 1 Joyful Strike. Or maybe a 2nd Joyful Strike. And this card allows you to add bodies onto your field. And that deck can just plop, 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 Joyful Strike, foo, and then swing to your life and it's over. So, that's tight. Next, we're moving on to Indiscriminate Obliteration Sidra. And that's very, very excellent. I'm very happy about this card. But that's just because I like the gods being released. Actual effects, I am not really that impressed with this card. This dude's like fat with a beard, wears a t-shirt, while all the other gods are like shirtless, so he automatically gets like bitch points put on his card. When you play this card, you may choose up to 1 card in your life and add it to your hand. If you do so, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost equal to or less than your energy and KO it. This card is cute, this card is cool, this card is meaty as a collector's item, but the fact of the matter is, he's a 3 cost, and when you play him, there aren't really that too many cards like in the game that you really want to kill. Like, not like that. I mean, there are going to be some, you can get rid of a Legic, and that's cool, but the main thing is he's situational at best early game. His shining point is mid game, if you don't already have at 4 life. And then late game, he falls the hell off because taking 1 life to destroy something is sometimes good, but we're really stingy with our lives. So this card may receive play, but I feel like he's very situational at... Most times he's situational. At best, he's an okay card, and at worst, he's unplayable when you draw him. So that just kind of makes me sad. I'm going to move on to the tokens, and then we're going to go over to the next video that's going to have the other 3 colors. Tokens are just things that we have wanted in a while. People have been making fan copies of them, but we have got the Chilled Army, which is good. I personally have a friend I might just donate these to, but he's been playing Chilled as long as I can remember at the Island game, so shout out, my friend. We have got the meta tokens. So gross. These little frog things that, as far as I know, only 1 card creates. If we get another card here that creates them, that's cool, but so far I don't really care for them. Shadow tokens. I am disappointed because both cards that make these are Super Saiyan Rose, and these are just Super Saiyan nothing. These are just base Goku Black cards. We have Cell tokens for a card that nobody played. However, we have another card in here. I'm not sure that's going to change anything, but here we go. Cell tokens. Then we've got Ghost tokens, and these have seen a lot more popularity, and I'm sure that they'll kind of bounce back and forth, but we've got Ghost tokens, and that's really cool. So, stay tuned. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we're going to move right in to the next video.